hi guys, welcome to our 6th episode on ACAST. Nicky, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind.
Hey, Nicky.
I'm your host, Jamie, and we are here at A-Star Studios. So for those of you who tuned into ACAST for the first time or are not familiar with AZIATIX yet, ACAST is a time for the fans to get to know AZIATIX and for AZIATIX to get to know their fans. And we've been featuring a special on each of the members of AZIATIX the past month, and we are on our last special featuring Nicky. So hi, Nicky.
Hi, Jamie. You look so pretty today as always.
Thank you. So for our listeners out there who don't know Nicky very well yet, Nicky has actually been in the Mando pop industry for more than 10 years now. And he goes by the name Lee Jo-ze. Is that good?
That's great. Lee Jo-ze.
And yes, Nicky is Korean American, everybody. A lot of people ask me, is AZIATIX Korean? Yes, they're all Korean. But in Taiwan, he put out 5 albums already and won the Best Mandarin Singer for his second album, Baby It's Me, in 2007 at the Golden Melody Awards. And all of you know producer Jae Chung behind AZIATIX and former member of the hit R&B group Solid in Korea. And he's been working with Nicky for 20 years?
20 years? That makes me sound super old. Yeah, we started working when I was 5, so yeah, 25.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. So he's also here with us today. So hello, Jay.
Hello.
Thank you for coming
Hi,
again.
Thank you for inviting me again.
So Nicky and Jay, I'd like to talk more about how the journey began. And you guys have a long history together. So how did you two meet?
Oh, was that a hometown buffet? Just kidding. No, we actually met pretty close, actually, right? Denny's.
It was at the parking lot of Denny's.
I actually met Nicky through a friend of mine that I knew from church. He said, hey, there's this kid that knows how to sing, you know. You want to go meet him? I said, sure, you know. At the time, I was trying to put a group together. So, like, we just decided to meet at Denny's, you know, of all places. Yeah. And then he walked in.
And then, this was when?
This was like 96, 97.
Oh,
97.
Wow.
Yeah, end of 97, I think.
Okay.
You know, to be honest, I think at the time, I don't know what I was really looking for. I think I was looking for a good singer more than anything.
Right.
So, you know, like, you know, he looked like Spanky from Little Rascal, but, you know, I thought it was, hey, yeah, you know, let me hear you sing, you know. So he busted out his demo tape. Right, so it was like a cassette back then.
Yeah, it was cassette.
Yeah. So I heard that song. Yeah, he sings all right, you know.
All right.
And then you're in, man.
Wait, and you were how old then?
It wasn't that easy, you know.
Right. But you were.
I was like 16 at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was so nervous because, you know, Big Brother Jay, he's like a superstar, solid, man.
Right.
You know, sell millions and millions of albums, and you come meet me at the parking lot of Denny's. That just doesn't happen overnight. So I'm like, wow. And I put on my best clothes, you know, try to look real sharp.
But you look like Spanky.
But I look like Spanky, you know. Ended up looking like Spanky anyway.
Got the best Dockers on.
And then I went over there, and then, you know, I played on my demo tape, and I sang for him, and then he's like, yeah, okay, I'll get back to you. And a few months go by, and I don't get a call. I'm like, what's going on? Am I in? Am I not in? And then finally he told me, okay, pack your bags, you know, let's go to Korea and record.
So is that when you were in the group Voice in 98? Is that how that transitioned?
They got to release their first album back in 98. Yeah. Actually, first and only album.
What happened?
It was a really unique situation. Like, we had a song called 너만의 천사가 돼요, which had very good response. You know, like before they hit the mainstream airwaves. It actually went to like number 4 on the Mnet charts, and you know, or like, you know, the MTV charts out here, and you know, at the time we didn't have internet, but we were considered viral for that generation. I guess it was like the first order of the CDs were like pretty high, so like everybody at the company was like, "This is it, this is it." So like, you know, so the managers went out, you know, basically booked them into like every major show in Korea.
Oh wow!
Right? And as soon as they showed their face on TV, the sales just stopped.
I mean, you know,
yeah, I think
are
you know,
serious?
I'm dead serious.
He's dead serious.
Right?
He's like joking, man.
It was. I mean, you know, like I tell people, you know, like these are certain things you got to experience, you know, to really know what it's like to
try to make it.
Try to make it. Yeah, there's you know, success stories and there's failures, and you learn from both, right?
I was devastated,
right?
Because it was senior year of my high school, and I got offered this, record deal. I was like, wow, this is it. I'm gonna be a singer. I'm gonna buy a big old house with my parents, and we're gonna be great. And then right after the TV shows, the boss was like, okay, guys, thanks, good try, but sorry it didn't work out. You guys go back home. I was like,
so that was it? They just sent you back home?
That was pretty much it.
And plus, back then, it's not like K-pop now where everybody's getting trained for like 7-8 years before they come out. It was we had 3 kids from America, and their Korean was very limited. And we met at Denny's, and 2 months later, he had an album.
And that was the end of that. Yeah.
So when that ended, and Nicky, you're saying that you were very devastated after that. What was your next step in your career?
What was my next step? I honestly didn't know. I was like, what am I going to do? But all I knew is I wanted to sing.
Right.
And, after Voice, we were originally supposed to make another record. But Eddie's outside doing his...
Oh, my God.
He's doing the Gangnam Style
dance.
Oh, no.
Scary.
Oh, no. We need a picture of this. It's online now, buddy.
We need a video of that, actually.
Yeah, we need a video of that.
Oh, my gosh.
That was awesome. And so I went back to the States. I didn't know what to do. All I did was find Big Brother Jay. He was always working. So I was like, is it cool if I come over? And he was like, yeah, come over.
He literally, besides like nighttime when we're sleeping, he would be at our house like every day practically.
So when I was at his house, he would teach me about songwriting, teach me about the music business. He was being a big brother and a big mentor at that time.
So he really took you under his wing after The Voice.
After Voice. He didn't have to, but he opened up his heart. He opened up his house.
I think like living in the States, I always needed somebody to kind of not necessarily collab with, but more like talk about music and vibe with. Yeah, so, he used to come and like write some songs with me and then, help clean the studio. And, like.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Was that hard?
We had a few incidents where, we had some backed up toilets and stuff like that. But we'll leave that out for
We'll leave it out.
Because we got to protect the innocent.
Yeah, protect the innocent.
So, Nicky, when you were going through all that and preparing or going through like a dry spell, I guess, in your career, what kept you going?
I guess it's just for the love of music, ever since I was a kid, all I wanted to do was sing and make music. Ever since probably about 5, when I saw like Michael Jackson on television, and in my heart, all I wanted to do was bring joy to people with our music, So that's what kept me throughout all the hard times.
So it's the natural passion in you that just kept you going.
Yeah.
And so why Mandopop? How did that come about?
Me and one of my best friends, his name's Jeffrey Huang, from old group called LA Boys. He sort of helped me start my career back in the early 90s. And then we became very good friends. In 2003, we started a company called Machi Entertainment in Taiwan. And at the time, Nicky was just sort of like he had the most musical knowledge out of the group, except he didn't speak any Mandarin at the time. So we're like, what can we do with this guy, right? and I couldn't physically be in Taiwan. So I said, hey, Nicky, can you go and help Jeff with anything, related to music? So he went out there, and then he worked sort of like a hype man for the group. Kind of jumping around in the back, yelling and stuff. And then, about a year and a half, 2 years in, he was pretty fluent in Mandarin.
Crazy.
And then at the time, the funny thing was, I think we presented him to like almost every record label in Taiwan, and everybody said no.
Because he can...
Well, at first, he couldn't speak Mandarin, and he didn't have like that, the
look they're looking for.
Yeah, the look they're looking for, and it's just a lot of things. So, so we're like, hey, okay, then we'll just do it ourselves. And then we produced the album, we put it out, and it was a huge hit, right? I mean, and that's sort of a message to everybody, like sometimes before success comes, you might encounter thousands of rejections.
Yeah.
And that really doesn't matter,
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like a essential like necessity to get to where you need to go.
Yes.
Machi baby.
And then you went on to win the Best Mandarin Singer for your second album, Baby It's Me, in 2007 at the Golden Melody Awards.
Baby Suo.
Can you sing a little bit from that album?
From that
for
album?
Us?
Yeah, well, I mean, that album, the title track on that album was called 我会好好过. Yeah, I'll sing a little piece.
Thank you.
我会好好过，等你再爱我，总有个角落会 会让你想起我。Thank you.
Oh you have a really sexy voice.
Thank you, Jamie. Well, so do you.
So what made you transition then into this group? You've already sort of made it in your career. So how did this, or why did you decide to start this whole AZIATIX thing?
I mean, it's always been a dream of mine just to make music that transcends all language barriers and all cultures and color lines. And this chance to work with AZIATIX gave me the chance to do music that can do that. So that's my main reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the whole idea of AZIATIX, I think for me personally came when I was working with Nicky and Machi in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
We got to travel to a lot of different countries, Singapore, the Philippines, all over the place. And we realized, hey, there's a lot of Asian countries out here that speak English and that could understand English. And, for the most part, I think that was the biggest obstacle for a lot of Asian artists was the language barrier. So, obviously, that's what I wanted to do because I mean, all three guys are from the U.S. and they're very talented. I didn't want to be limited to, just like localizing our music to a certain area. And I think that's sort of the thing with Nicky too, because he's he's trilingual. I mean, he could do so much with music. So and I brought Nicky on board. It was a big sacrifice for Nicky. I mean, he had the comfort of being a mega superstar in Taiwan and in the Mandel pop world. I think success comes with sacrifice.
Right.
And I told him, hey, it's not going to be easy. Imagine yourself starting all over again.
Right.
We're going back to 2003, right? But I think not just Nicky, but myself, everybody. The great thing is none of us were really in it for the money.
Right.
I think Nicky's the same way. So he's like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I think when you have the right mindset for music, then the results will follow. Will follow. I think our philosophy was correct from day one. So
I mean, that's something that Big Brother Jay said to me when I started back when I was like 16. He was like, don't ever do music because of the money or the fame. Because money or the fame, it can be gone. Snap of your fingers, it's gone.
And you experienced that with voice too.
Yeah, and I experienced that. Right. So he was like, always do music because you sincerely love music.
And you do.
And I do. And that's I hold that first in my heart too. So yeah, it's a very good message that he told me, how many years ago.
That's a great way to start working without having to pay him. It's got to be free, right?
Yeah.
This is all for free, you know that, right?
And Jay, I just wanted to ask you, since you probably know Nicky the most out of everyone at A-Star, how would you describe Nicky's personality? Or what type of person is he?
Nicky, obviously he's very funny, but at the same time, he's I think he's very wise for his age. Perhaps because he started very young. I mean, he's had success, he's had failures, and he knows what it feels like to experience both at a very young age, which is very fortunate,
Because he handles it well.
Yeah.
He could have been like a wreck too, like some other younger.
Or I think, sometimes, God works in mysterious ways, Like, if he really blew up when he was 17 years old, maybe his ego would have went through the roof. I don't know.
It could have.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Maybe he wouldn't talk to us after that. Certain experiences humble you, right? Yeah. And I think, he's a very humble guy, very nice guy, and he's very caring. And I think that's the key thing,
So Nicky, you are the person that people do see on camera too. That happy, caring, likable character. You really are like that.
Yeah.
It's not like an act. Because, so many fans ask us, like, what are they really like? Yeah. But he really is like that.
I am.
So
Jay, is there anything you want to say before you leave us today?
Is that it? No, okay. Yeah, I think, we have a lot of good things planned for AZIATIX.
Yes.
But I think,
tuned.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of exciting big news coming up soon.
Yes.
And I think Nicky and the AZIATIX crew and the A-Star family are very excited.
Yes.
Very excited.
Keep loving AZIATIX, and then Nicky's going to, do his thing all the time.
Yeah.
I'm really waiting for Nicky's new Mandarin album as well.
Oh yeah, can you give us
we're
some
working
announcements on that?
Oh, we're working on it. I know the fans have been asking,
right.
And I'm still working on it. Me and Big Brother Jay, we're still working on it. So
is there like a time frame, general time frame?
Is there real soon? Yeah, I said that this last whole year, but yeah, real soon.
Okay, so fans look out for that.
Oh yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Nicky made a small cameo on a new film by Machi.
Yeah.
So it's some action hero movie, but
yeah.
It's Big Brother Jess movie.
And that's not the first movie you've done, right?
Mulan.
And I know all the Asiatics out there, you guys, if you can find a clip of Nicky in Mulan and post it on Facebook, I'm going to like it 100 times.
I would like to see that too, the Mulan.
Oh, man. I don't know if you can find that, though.
So thank you, Jay, for being with us today.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for inviting me upstairs.
And after the break, we'll come back with some questions from the fans.
All right.
So we are currently taking questions, requests, and comments at AZIATIX-ACAST@gmail.com, AZIATIX-ACAST@gmail.com. We also update our Facebook page, facebook.com/AZIATIX, with different specials and themes coming up for our ACAST, so check that out. And fans, please do not hesitate to write us, whether we have a special or not. We're always curious about what you guys are curious about. So we are back here at A-Star Studios with our last special featuring Nicky. So let's get into some questions right away then.
Okay.
So Milky Milk was the first person to email us.
Okay.
And she or he asked, what was your first impression of Flowsik and Eddie?
Flowsik and Eddie. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I met him, I first met Flowsik. And,
right.
Well, before I met him, I talked to him briefly over the phone.
Okay.
And then he was like, hello? Nicky Hi, nice to meet you on Flowsik.
That sounds exactly like him.
Hello? And I'm like, yo, this guy must be like 6'7",
right,
400 pounds. Or, his voice just carries so much weight. I'm like, wow. And then I met him for the first time, and then right away we're in the studio making music, and I'm like, wow, this guy is one awesome rapper, one awesome lyricist, and I'm like, yo, he's really cool. So that was my first impression of Flo. And then Eddie, I met. I'm like, wow, that's one good-looking brother. And I'm like, wow, look at his hair. I'm like, I wish I had hair like that. I'll braid it or something. Wow. And then I heard him sing. I was like, oh, he's a very talented singer. And then just to be able to work with these guys is a great pleasure for me. I learned so much from them. But that's my first impression of both of them. A little different, but I'm like, well, these guys are great musicians.
Yeah. They are. And she also asked, is there a bromantic moment between you guys that you can share?
Of course not.
They're great, but...
they're great. We got a lot of romantic moments.
Next question.
Okay, next question. All right. Thank you, Milky Milk.
Thank you, Milky Milk. Yeah. So many fans actually asked, how do you stay so positive?
So positive.
And they also asked, do you sometimes get angry?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't get angry,
I know.
But, whenever I'm angry or whatever, I just take time to think about why I'm angry. And then
Do you count in your head before you respond? I do that.
I try.
I count to 5.
Yeah, it's always best not to.
I only make it to like 2, though.
You're like, and just blow up, huh? But, I stay positive because I think being positive is contagious. You stay up, you stay joyful, happy, and the people around you will be the same way, I feel.
Right. I agree.
But, yeah, I do get angry sometimes. Of course, we all do.
Yeah. And that's such a compliment that many fans asked you that, because it means they see you as that positive, happy camper, That's why they asked you that question. I mean, to the point where they even asked, do you get angry?
Yeah, I do, though. We're all human.
Yes, that's true. And many fans asked, do you cook on a regular basis?
Do I cook on? Why? Do I look like I cook on? I love food, but cooking—that's a whole different story, man.
Yeah.
I know how to cook sandwiches, if that's considered cooking, but
you know how to microwave.
Oh, and I know how to microwave. That's right. Yeah, that's cooking. Cook some popcorn and stuff like that. But I'm not a great cook. I enjoy cooking though. I like to make spaghetti and stuff like that.
Hey, spaghetti's pretty good. It's hard to make good spaghetti.
It's hard to make good spaghetti.
Yeah.
But,
so you do cook.
Yeah, very little though.
Very little.
Yeah.
And Yoko from Tokyo, Japan,
Hi.
asked, "What is your happiest childhood memory?"
Happiest childhood memory. I think it's probably as a kid, going with my mom and my dad and my brother to like McDonald's or something like that, you know? Why is that funny? I mean, as a kid, they have the nice playgrounds over there and stuff like that. So,
they had those playrooms with those, those balls, those plastic balls. They don't do that anymore because it's not
sanitary.
Yeah. But I used to play in that. That was
Dude,
really fun.
I used to like swim in that for hours.
Me too.
Yeah, so I think that is one of my happiest childhood memories. Just being around, just being with the family, and on the weekend get like a burger or something. And I mean, I think that's one of my happiest memories.
Okay.
Yeah, they trick us, man. Yeah, they get us. They get us with that playground and Happy Meals and toys and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yana from Indonesia asks, if you had a chance to be a scientist, what kind of discovery would you want to make and why?
Dude, if I was a scientist, I wish that. I hope I can discover like a cure for cancer and AIDS and every possible disease that's out there right now that there's no cure for, I would definitely try to find a cure for every disease that's out there. Yeah.
Nicky, so sweet.
We all need to live and be happy.
And Lashanae J. She asks, what is your greatest fear?
Wow. Greatest fear. I'm scared of snakes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
I feel like you wouldn't be.
Why?
I don't know. You
Dude,
seem
if I
like.
was like in front of a snake right now, like I would be freaked out. But
I feel like you would go play with it or something.
No way, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's one of my greatest fears. What else am I fearful of?
Heights.
Heights, yeah. The older that I get, you're actually right. The older that I get, I'm actually getting more scared of heights. Like when I was younger, I'd ride roller coasters. Doesn't matter how high it goes or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like nowadays, I'm like scared for some reason. But and then I was in Singapore about half a year ago. We were there for the Mnet Music Awards. And then we're staying at the Marina Sands Hotel. And this is a huge hotel. And you get to the top level and you can like look over the whole city and it was pretty high up there. I was looking down, I'm like, yo, I'm getting scared of heights. What's going on?
It is the age though. I agree. Not to say you're old. Not to say you're old, but I think it is the age.
Next question.
And she also asked, I wanted to ask this question too, since you have been in movies before, or you were in Mulan before.
Mulan, yeah, and recently there's a new one. I talked about it earlier,
right?
And I finally remembered the name of the movie.
What was it?
It's Machitaka, Jeffrey Huang's new movie coming out that he produced with our homie Bolin Chen. It's a movie
what's
called
the title of the movie?
Action Zero.
Action Zero.
It's coming out in February.
Okay.
And I have a small cameo role in that, so you guys can check that out. It's coming out real soon. So
if you were given a role in a movie, what role would you want to play?
What role would I want to play? You know what? I was really excited because they said that Dumb and Dumber 2 was going to come out with Jim Carrey. And then it's no longer in production, so I was really sad about that. So if I could be in a movie, it would have to be a comedy because...
So a funny role.
Yeah, a funny role.
You don't want to play the villain or something?
No, well that'd be fun too. But then I played kind of like a more of a scary role in Mulan.
Oh, so you did?
Kind of like a bad dude that turns good at the end. But next role that I do, I want it to be like a comedy or a romantic comedy or something like Hangover or a Dumb and Dumber or something like that. Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yes, we know. We know AZIATIX loves Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, so I mean, a comedy. Let's try comedy next.
I think that fits you well.
Oh, thanks.
And Lola asked,
"Hi, Lola.
How do you feel about rabbits?"
Rabbits? I think they're cute and cuddly, I guess. I never had a rabbit before, but
Lola, you're so cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
How do you feel about rabbits? Cuddly, cute.
Cuddly and cute and snuggly and
she requested
Yeah.
She said, "It's my birthday in a few days. Would you please sing me a little bit of Nothing Compares to You?"
Oh, sure. I feel a little weird without the guy singing this song.
Should I call Eddie up here?
How about we do this instead? It's because it is your birthday. We'll do it like this. Happy birthday, Lola.
Woo!
Happy birthday.
Oh my God, your voice is so sexy.
Thanks, Jamie. So is yours.
No, I really love Nicky's voice.
Oh, thank you.
I really do. And after the break, we'll be back with our special guests. So thank you for all the questions.
Jaya, who's our special guest?
Hey!
Hey guys!
Hey guys! Hey, so we're back with Nicky Special on ACAST. Oh, Nicky, you're so fine.
Oh, Nicky, you're so fine.
Where did Jamie go?
No, we're the hosts now. You know, you are in the hot seat now. Hey guys, this is Eddie.
Hey guys, it's your boy Flo. And who we with right now?
Nicky Lee.
Hey, we're back. All right, so
man.
we thought we'd give Jamie a little break now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're taking over.
All right.
We're the hosts now, and let's grill Nicky Hung with some questions.
questions,
All right, let's do
Easy
it.
questions.
Let me go
please.
first. Let me go first.
Okay,
Okay.
easy questions, please. You know how I said really nice things about you guys in your specials?
Okay, so you were a rapper, right? One time?
Why would you ask that?
Hey, we're starting with something easy.
Yeah,
here.
nah, this is what happened, all right? I was going through YouTube and I was looking through Nicky Lee, a.k.a. Lee Schultz, videos, music videos. And then I came across this one video, and it wasn't Nicky Young. It was actually this Chinese actress/artist named Vivian Su.
Vivian Su.
Vivian Su.
That's right.
She's actually very popular. We watch a lot of her movies, and it was her music video, and all of a sudden, some rapper comes in. And who do you know? It's Nicky Lee.
Why you
So give us some background. When was this?
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, stop, please, guys.
No, come on, you gotta let everybody know.
Can
And then
you
I'm gonna
rap
post
it?
a video.
Little
of that,
bit?
so just
No,
a little-
I'm not gonna rap it. I don't
Just
remember.
a little
I'm going
bit.
to post it up anyway.
I don't. No, don't do it, Jamie. Don't. Okay.
Nah, so like,
Please,
yeah, I never knew,
please.
but Nicky Young used to rap. You gotta let the fans hear it right now, please.
No, for real. I don't know the rap. You guys are putting me on the spot, but okay, it was probably back in like 2005, around there. I don't even remember. It was that long ago.
Okay.
I was in a rap group, Machi. You know, still am part of Machi. And I did a feature for a friend, Vivian Su, and I'm not a good rapper. I can't rap, but and I dude, it's mad embarrassing right now.
All right, let's hear a little bit of it. Just a little bit.
Yay! Nicky.
Yeah. I need a beat though. I can't do it.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum. Dum.
Oh, dude, I can't. Okay. Give me that beat again.
Dum 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 dum.
This is mad funny right now.
Dum 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 dum.
I'm feeling real good. And then no. To be completely honest, I don't remember the words.
I do.
Oh.
I know it word for word, bro. Okay,
I
hold
guess
on.
it's too
It's
long ago.
been too long, man.
You know what?
It's been like almost
Actually,
a decade
all right.
ago.
How about this then? Can we just get a short audio clip of that? Alright, so these are for all the
Flo's not
fans
gonna let it
who
go.
didn't know that Nicky Young was a rapper and he worked with various artists. And here's a little clip.
Why you do that?
Give you all you need, I guarantee you that. Always gonna be there for you, girl. Believe that. I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. You hot, you fly, baby, you so dime. If you feeling on me, baby, just say so. Ain't gonna give you love that be just so.
Yo, that was good.
That is really embarrassing right now. Oh man. Well, that was back in the day. Okay.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Yes.
Moving on.
Can these guys leave already?
No, I have too many questions. I've been waiting.
Just one. You only
Just
get
one?
one.
I only get one?
You only get one.
But Eddie's the host.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're the hosts. We
Yeah, we're the hosts. Yeah, you're the
However
host.
we want.
Flying solo or AZIATIX?
Oh! Dude, it has to be AZIATIX, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, but right at this point right now, after just made me rap and put my sound bites of me rapping, I think solo sounds pretty good, man. But no, I really enjoy working with you guys, and I really love the whole environment, you know. AZIATIX, we're never lonely.
No, seriously, with your presence here makes every second of this experience fun.
Thanks, bro.
And we're so grateful that you could be a part of this.
Yeah, that was a hard question, though, man. No, I'm just
No, I'm sure it was. Because you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
and AZIATIX, it's
No, seriously, it's like,
relatively new.
you know what's crazy too? Like, we learn something new about you like every day. Like, you know, we have still yet to know a lot of the things that you've experienced.
He's
but
got this endless wealth of knowledge and experience.
Man, all right.
All right. Let's give him something actually really tough now.
Okay, no more tough questions. That was tough
no,
enough.
we gotta keep going. So, like, okay, me and Eddie know that you love food, right?
I love food, man.
Yeah, you love food, and so we brought in a personality/food test that we found online.
Okay.
And we want to take it so our listeners can learn a little bit more about you.
Okay, this is really important.
Okay.
So, Nicky, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna give you some choices.
Okay.
Vanilla,
All right.
chocolate,
All right.
butter pecan,
All right.
banana,
Ooh.
strawberry,
Yes.
chocolate chip. Should I repeat that?
Yes.
Okay.
For my enjoyment. Please repeat it.
You guys should have seen his face.
Oh, God.
Okay. Vanilla,
Vanilla, yeah.
chocolate,
Mmm.
butter pecan,
That's right.
banana, strawberry,
Ooh.
chocolate chip.
All of the above.
No, you
You
have
have
to
to
I gotta pick one?
You gotta pick one.
All right. Wow, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to say chocolate.
Chocolate.
I like
chocolate chip.
There's chocolate chip and there's chocolate.
Chocolate.
Both.
No, you gotta choose one.
One? Okay, chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
That means that you are generous, competitive, and accomplished. A visionary, a conqueror. You are charming in social situations, a go-getter, and tolerant of defeat.
Ooh.
Yo, that's pretty on the dot, though.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Yeah. He's a conqueror.
Ooh, I'm a conqueror.
Conqueror of the chocolate chip.
Okay, I think it's time we let Jamie back in. Right?
You've been in for the last 2 minutes. What are you talking about? Let you
I
back
mean,
in.
hosting.
Okay, now you can.
hosting.
Okay, great.
But Eddie and Flo, you are such great hosts.
Oh no.
I would love for you to host again.
nothing compared to you.
Nothing
Nothing
come.
compares to you.
So, Nicky, we have to ask you what your ideal girl type is.
Oh, wow. My ideal type is, just someone that loves me for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because I'm on television or I make music for a living. Just someone that sincerely loves me because I'm round and I'm cute and I'm nice and it, like really loves me for me and not because of what I do or who I am, I guess.
It's like a genuine friend.
Yeah.
And we actually have a special message from a genuine friend of yours.
Ooh.
He's a famous singer and actor in Asia. He's an international star, and we asked him to send in a message for your special.
Who is
So let's
it?
take a listen to that.
What's going on, everybody? This is Vanessa. Just want to say hi to all the AZIATIX fans out there and say what's up
right.
to Nicky Lee, my boy.
V-Dub.
And you are a inspiration, brother. Just to see where you've been and how far you've come and to see how humble you are and to see how you still take on everything with gratitude. That's just such a blessing to me. So, yeah, man, Nicky's got the voice of an angel, but then he's able to just keep it down straight sexy, too. So, y'all watch out. Stay tuned for AZIATIX coming out more, man. And thanks again for just being my brother. So, Flowsik, Eddie, big ups.
Yeah.
Congratulations. God bless you
Cheer.
guys on
Thanks,
your journey.
Vanessa.
I know it's only the beginning, and it's only going to get better. So, see you guys soon. Hopefully, we'll be able to get on one track together. Peace.
Yes.
Woo.
So who was that for our listeners out there?
Vanessa Wu Jianhao. Oh, he's one of my best friends. I mean, I remember when I first started out and really didn't have too much money to eat. He would buy me dinner and stuff like that. And
that's nice.
yeah, and it was really cool, you know. And we've been friends and brothers ever since. And you know, we go out there and even till this day we do a lot of stuff with the church. And you know, I mean, he's been the same from the day I met him till now, and he's never changed.
So the
either,
fame didn't get to his head.
Yeah, no, he's a real humble guy, and he's really talented, and I'm just happy that you know he's our brother, you know.
Yeah, and he has a really sexy voice too.
Buenos.
You know, and we've always asked this question on our specials, but we would like Flowsik and Eddie to describe Nicky's personality from their view to the fans.
Well, he farts all the time.
Yeah, I do. I mean, don't we all?
Yeah, sure.
It's the icebreaker.
Yeah, it's the icebreaker.
Let's say.
Let's
If it's an awkward moment and like, you know, you guys don't know each other that well, all you gotta do is just fart real quick and then everybody will laugh and then everybody will be cool with each other.
Bro, that's what makes everybody real comfortable. You just rip one. Like, you know?
I don't feel comfortable when you
Really? Remember, like, the first time, I remember me and Jamie met. I was like, hey, how you doing? My name's Nicky. And she's like, hi, I'm Jamie. And then there was, like, an awkward silence for, like, 10 seconds. So I was just like, oh, this is the time. And I just ripped one, and then, boom, we became friends after that. So.
Okay.
I don't think it works for everybody, but he has a knack for it. I think Nicky, his fart attracts people.
When Nicky farts, it's cute.
Because mine goes, boom.
And before we say bye to Eddie and Flo, is there anything you guys want to say to Nicky?
Our brother Nicky, he's our leader.
Right.
In more ways than one. Spiritual, emotional. He's got the experience. He's the consummate leader in my book. So thank you.
Buddy. Thank you.
I learned a lot from you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Oh.
Yeah, I dig. I mean, there's new things I find out about Nicky Young every day. So, I learn a lot from him. And
did you learn how to rap from me?
Yes, I did.
You lying?
LOVE.
Please. Okay, going back to don't watch the video. Don't watch the video. Don't listen to the song.
You can watch it if you can find it. It's kind of hard to find.
Oh, okay.
I'll find it for them.
Why would you
put it on our Facebook?
Oh man. Nah, but for real, he's the focus of the party. Like.
Oh, that's such a big compliment.
Yeah, he's the focus of the party, straight up. Like when I'm in the room, like when I'm in the booth by myself, and then I hear Nicky Young laughing and like laughing out loud and talking, I'm like, yo, what is he talking about? I want to go outside and see what he's saying. And then,
me too.
Like he makes the presence very fun and very like.
So what's
filling.
a trait about Nicky that you guys both wish you had or admire?
Well, I guess I can say I want his beard. No. No, he's got such a kind heart. He really, really cares, I think, a lot more than most people do about other people. And that's not easy. So.
Right. What about you,
Thanks,
Flowsik?
guys.
I tell you, I think I'm gonna need some of his sideburns. Cause I got that baby. I need some of that. I definitely, I really want the experiences that Nicky Young had throughout his career, and it's hard work and it's a long process. But I really want that. After seeing Nicky Young and seeing what he's accomplished, and yeah.
And what Jay and Flo and Eddie were saying about you today, I agree with them. You know, you're very humble. You don't order people around or let the fame get to you. I think you're very easy to be around. And so...
Thank you. All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
You the man.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having us.
And we'll be back after the break with some comments from the fans. So, Nicky, are you ready to wrap up your ACAST special for today? But before we leave,
are we done?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We are.
Okay.
But before we leave, there are a couple comments from the fans.
Okay.
And we're just going to share that a little bit.
Yeah.
So Savan Monica said, Nicky, I want to hug you tight. #
Savon, that's nice of you.
A lot of fans actually said that. Can I get a hug from you? I want to hug you when I see you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's because I look soft. Thanks, guys.
And then Nessa Laren said, just want to say how handsome you are.
Oh, Nessa, that's sweet. Thank you.
And Gina from New York wrote, you're an inspiration and I want to be like you. You make me feel happy when I'm down and I want to be someone who can make people around me happy too.
Wow, thank you, Gina. And I'm sure you make everybody around you happy as well. So,
I'm sure you do too, because you sound very sweet.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Who wrote to us. And we check all the comments, all the emails. We read through all of them. So we really appreciate everything you guys write. So keep them coming.
Yeah.
And you want to say anything to our listeners?
Just want to say thank you for the continuous support. Thank you guys for just sticking with us, and we love you right back. And we just hope to continue to make good music that touches your heart. So thank you guys for all your comments and all your questions and just being so supportive of AZIATIX. Y'all know what it is. AZIATIX all day. We love you.